Girl, the intro is a recap of this nothing season. I came in half in and didn't miss anything. All it is unresolved plot. And the plot ain't that good. So we open with Hip Atney meeting with Walker saying he was right and she finally got to sit down with Brat. So she's going to have a listening party for the track. I bet it's going to be whack. So she asked Walker to show up and he's like, oh, not a season finale, I guess, because I got to promote my own little show. So we got Brat and Diamond rapping about regret. Oh, but now Ree's throwing the vibe off by saying, oh, I recorded my verse at home. This isn't homework, this is a group project. The Brat's like, that's gonna sound real funky with your, shower studio. When we have true technology. Hit it again. So they listen to the track and Brat's like, you didn't do the assignment asked. This is a sorry record. Remarkable, we need regret. You're out here giving us a bedroom bop. A boudoir beat. We need an I'm sorry song. Oh Lord, and in walks Johnny Blaze. Girl, why you crying? You didn't shot a scene with the Brat before? Ooh, when the Brat said she couldn't sing, baby, she never lied. Yeah, you are. Those are the vocals? Those? Okay. Maybe it's that cat scratch vocal. I don't get it. Now we got Bow Wow talking about the YouTube world. Stay out my yard. So now we talking about the baby. Does it look like me? Well, according to the DNA, it don't matter because that's your baby. So I'm surprised they didn't drag out is or is it ain't his baby. He gets a letter from the lawyer letting him know it's time to pay up. But Bow looks forward to having a boy. So now we've got Deb, Atney, and the Brat. And the Brat's like, I had a good session except for Remarkable's unprepared behind. I'm hearing this little track and how the Brat was so excited about Diamond's verse. I was really listening and I was just like, I don't hear a spark, much less fire. And child, they get to replaying Remarkable's verse and it just doesn't fit like her on this show. So Deb Hot Point Atney said, Ree ain't gonna be on this. She ain't got the flow and it don't go. Okay, so now they just basically giving us a preview of the Waka Flocka show, which we're not interested in. Oh God, so Iyanna gonna come over and talk about how if she sees Remarkable, she ain't gonna bust a grape, but she'll pretend to. Iyanna, you and this pretend anger management problem are not interesting enough to keep you on this show, but I guess it's enough to keep you out your father's pocket and his hair. She wants to get all mad. I'm tired of everybody bringing Ree up to me. Well, what else do they have to bring up to you? Your failed fashion line? Your model apartment? Your stud? The Brat and Judy got a nice house, but it looked like a bank branch. Now the Brat, you are being a hoarder. You are not gonna wear them sandals from Japan or them heels. The Brat says, so, Deb Hot Point Atney is taking Ree off the record. And Judy said, well, did you tell Ree or you just gonna let her embarrass herself, run around saying, I'm on the track, and then they listen, but you ain't there? I say let her get good and embarrassed. Maybe she'll learn something. The Brat saying everything I said, she needs to listen. That wasn't the assignment. So Pimpin' doesn't know if he should go to the party because Diamond and Brat are there and they want to beat him up for putting hands on a woman. Well, stay your stupid self at home then. Don't nobody want to look at you. We already have one Master P. I am so sick of Bow Wow being this horrid kid from the suburbs. You grew up around Snoop Dogg in mansions. I don't think my boy should be there. You know, something could happen. Nothing could happen. But a skirmish and the camera crew breaking it up. Ain't nobody got no weapons. Ain't nobody gonna step to him. And he's a wimp because he'll only step to a woman. You might call me Black China, but my real name is... We don't care. We don't call you Black China. We call you that alien-faced idiot. We call you Rob Kardashian's baby mama. We call you the unfortunate daughter of Tokyo Tony. You think you know me? We don't want to know you. We don't think we know you. We don't care. We don't think about you. You think you know me. Girl, that's like trying to get to know the gum on the bottom of your shoe. Ain't nobody messing with you. How did they get that off Zeus and on we? That's a mystery to me. So everyone arrives to the listening party. It's been in the air that Ree has been replaced on the song and now Debrat mad. Well, if you didn't want to listen to her bitch and moan, you could have told her when it happened. You could have said, hey, we can't use you if this don't match. You could have put a little more pressure in the studio. But if you don't care, then don't care. But don't say it's in the air. Say production done told me they didn't let her know. Like it's in the air, like, ooh, there's so much gossip and some studio technician got on the line and started telling people and it was all over Twitter. Y'all ain't that important. Oh my goodness, now we got Jermaine Dupri's daughter saying, I knew Bow Wow better than that. Really? You are 21, he is 40. You don't know him better than that. You were supposed to know before everybody else. How many kids does your dad have in and out of wedlock? How close was Janet to being your stepmama? That's what we want to know. Bump bow. So Diamond shows up and Lily's son is hot on her trail trying to get that tail. So the brat's upset that she's only got one album rather than 6. Iyanna got problems with Jermaine Dupri's daughter too? She's so unpleasant to be so boring. But now we got Remarkable showing up, and apparently Buku was the one who let her know she was cut from the track. But you gonna say, oh, I could have done this, I could have done that. Well, then when you were in the studio, why didn't you? When Brat was like, oh, can you get in the booth? Why didn't you? So Ree goes over to Heifer Atney, and Heifer Atney is like, you know what? I'm about to check you. I'm about to check you. You're about to get the click, click, click of this hot point stove. So the brat's like, look, your shit didn't fit. I needed you to be vulnerable. And if you needed help, I told you could have asked me. I didn't need help. And Diamond says, well, because it's her project and her album, I went to her and asked her what she wanted from me. And Brat gonna say, well, you know, we industry veterans. We know how to work together. And Ree's like, we're not gonna do that. We're not. But that's the truth, Ree. You're not a veteran. You're barely a reality star. Well, hell, you're barely a reality cast member. Star, you're quite far. Judy said, do you know how expensive the Brat sessions are and you show up unprepared? And Hot Point says, you the problem. So now Hot Point's up talking about we only listening to one record because 5 people couldn't follow instructions. Okay, so they trying to play it, but the speakers are messed up. Oh, God. Now Johnny having a freak out. When it comes to music, I'm not the one to play with. I sound terrible. Honey, you don't sound that good when the sound's right. So the Brat's storming off. Oh, I see why they call her Big Booty Judy. That's quite nice. Now Johnny going off. Let's stop sugarcoating the shit. We look stupid. It don't take 2.5 months to do a single song. We failed and we look stupid. Well, Johnny is finally seeing the light. Girl, you look stupid. We've been trying to tell you. Johnny, you've been looking stupid for so many years. Why does it upset you so much today? This stupidity. Now, Deb, why are you upset that Johnny's going off? She has a right to go off, and she's not throwing things. She's just upset that y'all look stupid. And it don't take 2 months to do 6 records. This is why everybody who leaves Deb becomes successful. You gotta leave her, though. Oh, Johnny's mad that the other song she was on got scratched. She thought she was gonna get some coin. Not with WeTV. She was in there singing her heart out for nobody to hear it. I'd be mad too. And child, that was the episode. Very confusing. So we open with the big bone sissy and the nude guy coming out of Calvin's boudoir. Oh, this fool is high and nude in his house. Yeah, this is a methy booty. So he goes back in the boudoir for round 4. Meanwhile, with Karen and Aaron in the bed, she's having a sleepless, sexless night. So it's getting hot in the bed, and he's like, let me go to the sofa so you can cool off. So she calls Sabrina. She want her to stop by the salon tomorrow before work. Aaron's like, oh, you gonna have the other heifers browbeat Andy? You really can't leave it alone? No, because that's what they do. They meddle. Oh, God, so now we got the son of the building owner at Andy's door giving her some flowers because now he's sweet on her. Okay, he ain't get her the flowers. It was Gary. He's like, if you don't want these flowers, maybe you should take them off the visitors list. But she ain't gonna do that. So now Andy starts playing with this ring. Ooh, ooh, look at my adulterer. And of course it gets stuck. Just like her. Stuck on stupid. Oh my goodness, so the ring then tightened up on her finger so she can't get it off, and the groom's ring is the key. That was the dumbest Tyler Perry plot twist I'd have ever heard. Meanwhile, at Fatima the Stallions, her and Zach are having morning coitus. So they're talking and flirting, and he's like, are we getting serious? So she's like, I ain't sure yet, but keep hitting it from the side and we gonna be all right. So the girls meet in the morning at the salon, and she tells them Andy's seeing Gary again. And the Braxton hybrid tell her, look, ain't nothing we could do or say. The heifer gonna have to figure this out on her own. We can like it or we can lump it, but we can't do nothing about it. So they gonna pop up on the heifer to give it one shot, and then they gonna leave it alone. So the next morning at the Big Bone Sissies, the guy who came over to see Calvin's getting ready to leave. And he's like, yeah, we just met, hung out all night. So the Big Bone Sissy, man, he ain't getting none, and he kick him out. You ain't never gonna get no pussy with an attitude like that. Oh, God, now at the airport with the Braxton hybrid, Zach's telling her he got arrested again. I need you to tell Karen I didn't do this fraud. The Braxton hybrid gonna say it might be better coming from you. He's like, I'm not talking to her. For what? And I'm with them. Once you accuse me of fraud, we good. Oh, Lord. So the Big Bone Sissy walk into work and Neck Tattoo sees him and says, hey, bitch. Oh, so he said, Brina told me all about Alonzo. And I'm sorry, bitch. Ooh, okay, patronizing. But then Sabrina comes in and he wants to know what happened last night on their date, so he scurries along. And she said, well, nothing happened. There was no sex in my champagne room. You know it's champagne because it's Tyler Perry. She said, I'm still feeling Calvin. He said, oh, that sissy? Child, he getting high and screwing all night. You don't want none of that. She said, I don't know if it's going to work out with Neck Tattoo, though. The penis is too big. I've been there. So the Big Bone Sissy tells her all about Calvin's antics from last night, even though he never saw Calvin. Oh my God, so Sabrina calls and leaves a message. I could have respected you if you told me you were gay or bisexual. Don't ever call me again. Why? Like, girl, y'all were already broken up. Why is he the smallest, weakest human being? Because he kept his snacking on schlong a secret. Meanwhile, the Braxton hybrid calls Karen and says Zach was arrested, and he ain't steal your credit card. Oh, Lord, now we back at the bank with the Big Bone Sissy, and Calvin comes in. And child, he wants to see Sabrina and sits down till she gets off break. Oh, so the Big Bone Sissy's asking Calvin, so how was your night? And he's like, what are you talking about? And then he puts two and two together and realizes, so you told Sabrina I was in there with some guy, and Sabrina walks in, yeah, you should have been man enough to tell me yourself. And now here comes the Tyler twist. So they get to breaking up and deleting phone numbers in front of each other. Don't call me, you're a lot. Oh, that trite Tyler talk. So now we got Andy in the car calling Gary so he can meet up and help her get this ring off. Oh, God. Gary quizzing her, did you think about marrying me? Oh, I'm so happy you put it on. You really want it? I don't want you to take it off. Oh, exhausting. Tyler Perry, you fucking thief. So Andy pull into work and we got the ex-wife with two long bangs outside saying, we gonna beat your ass today. 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 Where did you get that from but me? But that's where it ends.